Hello guys, welcome back to the Spicy Sweet Design channel, and this content is for adult collectors. If you're under the age of 18, please leave. Now more so than ever, because looks like even the Europeans are getting worked up over this whole targeting children situation and minors or whatever. If you, like I said, I strongly urge anyone under the age of 18 to leave this channel. Don't watch my content. That would be greatly appreciated. I'm not trying to be an asshole. Just come back when you're 18. Alright, so anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the... this is going to be a review on the Takara TOMY Hasbro Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron Trilogy Cyclonus. This is actually a pretty good one. And yeah, I don't know. Like, it seems like every other figure, it seems to be topping on, well... I think for the most part, like most of the figure in this wave, the first wave, it's actually quite impressive. Normally, I don't care much about Transformers, but you know, like this new line from the new Kingdom line is actually quite impressive. I do have a few complaints, so let's just get those out of the way. You know, I don't like how these figures have so many gaps and stuff like that. You know, they're actually doing a pretty good job of hiding it compared to the previous lines. You know, obviously you guys know that I don't do a lot of review on Transformers, but you know, there's a guy who I know who I help sell the stuff on eBay, so I've seen a lot of them and I handle a lot of them. I just don't do videos on them. So anyway, from what I've seen from the previous waves, there isn't really a lot of you know, effort putting into hiding the gaps on the figures. This one, they did a pretty good job, although, you know, you can still see some, you know, sections where it's not filled up. But overall, I think it's pretty good. They didn't just leave like a giant gaping hole on the back of the legs and stuff like that. So I'm actually quite impressed. I think like pretty much every figure from this Kingdom line is, you know, from decent to good. Believe it or not. And I love to criticize Hasbro, but you know, this isn't like a total Hasbro effort. This is a collaboration with Takara. So yeah, and also like to you know, let you guys know this figure is primarily made of ABS plastic, so you don't really have to worry too much about plasticized PVC. Although, you know, not like they made these toys up to safety standards, but you know, there's still some kind of plastics. There's still a lot of plastics out there that are inherently dangerous. So I'm trying to stay away from that. And by that, I mean plasticized PVC. So anyway, ABS plastics, I'm fine with it. So from now on, I'm just going to stick to reviewing, you know, figures made out of ABS plastic. All right. So anyway, yeah, he's got a very nice looking blaster right here. This is pretty cool. It's actually purple plastic and just painted. Yeah, this is also part of the complaint. You can see there's a lot of holes in here. Could they make it better? Probably, but you know, they're gonna have to cut some corners somewhere, right? Yeah, this guy actually has light piping, so you can see that right there, which is very impressive. I don't like this screw hole on the back of the head. That's another thing I want to complain about. Other than that, you know, I think that's pretty much it for the complaints. You can actually put the gun on the back like that if you don't want to display it. Yeah, and I think he also got some really interesting gimmicks. This is part of the transformation gimmicks, but I feel like, you know, you can do something like this and put like a blast effect parts in here, so he can, like, you know, shoot some blast effect like that. Yeah, just overall, you know, like a very nicely designed figure. I show you guys the transformation in the Old Man New Toys episode, so if you want to see the transformation there, you can see that. I'm just gonna go over the articulation on this in this episode. So we got a hinge right here for the feet. We got a swivel right there. So yeah, it's very interesting engineering. So he can kinda, sorta, yeah, you can put him in a little bit more of a dynamic pose. Oh, he has a peg hole on the bottom. Let's see if it works with the Gunpla action base. Yeah, this is not the Robot Damashi. This is the Gunpla high-grade Universal Sentry. I am still working on this guy for this customer. Apparently, anyway, we'll talk about that later. That's going to be on a separate video. So, the peg should work, right? Kind of. It's a little bit loose, but I think a Figma stand should work. But we can put him in the, dynamic pose. Dynamic posing. Something like that. Yeah. I would get something that's a little bit more substantial. Because this thing is like wobbly. Yeah, this thing is way too heavy for something this... this guy's way too heavy for that stand. So there you go. Alright, obviously we got the knee bend right there. It's a single jointed knee. Technically it's double jointed, but this is a transformation joint. So there's that. We have the thigh cut, very impressive. We got the universal joints for the hips. That is amazing. Yeah, really like that. We got the waist swivel here. I know a lot of people have some doubts about, the Kingdom Wave. I don't know why. This is probably the best I have seen so far out of, the recent ones, all the Siege, all the War for Cybertron stuff. So, yeah. Waist swivel. We got the neck hinge right there. This one can go back and forth. The head can rotate. Very cool. The arm can go perpendicular like that, which... that is very impressive. Rotates 360. Of course, there's no butterfly joint because of the transformation. We got a bicep swivel. And then we got the single bend at the elbow. I mean, this all works very nicely. The rest of it are like transformation gimmicks, so that's not really necessary. I did have the option to keep this guy, but unfortunately, I think I'm going to just sell him to pay the bills and stuff like that. So we have the rotation here on the wrist. And now we have hard points too. Hard points here, hard points here, hard points on the back of the wrist, forearm, and then you can attach like the gun to like all the hard points or other accessories, from previous waves, like the whatever the Siege Masters, the Micro Masters, whatever you call them. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Very very versatile. And overall, a pretty impressive looking guy. Pretty impressive looking figure. For a very classic villain. Let's see if I can get the legs to straighten out a little bit. There we go. It's a pretty tall dude. Take a look at that. I would say this guy is probably like on the scale of a Master Grade Gunpla. Let's see, here's a 1/44 scale. Yeah, this is definitely like close to a Master Grade Gunpla size. So there you go, that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys find this review somewhat more helpful. Again, I'm not an expert on Transformer figures. I am trying to get a little better because maybe I want to incorporate Transformers reviews on this channel. Even though everybody in them, well, actually no. Nowadays, it seems like more people are just reviewing like those $20 action figures and Transformers. So yeah, maybe I'll get in on this. So thanks for watching, guys.